Now of our exclusive interview with U.S. Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner. He sat down with Bloomberg executive editor Al Hunt for an exclusive and extensive interview that included his comments on the European financial crisis.
The Europeans took this enormously important step on Monday. You saw it on Sunday night, Monday. They've laid out a very strong program of reforms, help countries make sure they're reducing their deficits where they need to do that, making sure that those economies are going to be growing in the future with a very important financial backstop to those efforts. They have the capacity to make that program work. I think they're committed to do it. I'm very confident they have the ability to do that. And if they handle that well, then we have a very good chance of seeing the world economy continue to show these very promising signs of growth.
But the euro has dropped about 3% since they announced that package. Do you agree with Paul Volcker that there's a risk that the euro could disintegrate?
I don't. Again, I think Europe has the capacity to manage through this. I think they've committed to fix this problem. And again, I think they have the ability to do that, and I think they will.
So you and Volcker don't agree on that?
Paul Volcker and I agree on almost everything.
Except euro disintegration.
Well, I don't talk about markets, and of course I choose my words on these things very carefully, as you would expect.
As the Treasury Secretary. Right?
As you would expect.
Some Republicans, as you know, say the Europeans ought to solve their own problem, and they're going to offer a proposal that would require you to vote against any IMF loan to European countries. Reasonable?
Absolutely not. You know, the IMF, we have 60 years of experience with the IMF helping countries to manage through financial challenges. The U.S. has never lost a penny, and it's been enormously important to our economic interests in making sure the world economy, our trading partners are growing, managing through those problems. We're much stronger as a country because of what the IMF's been able to do in the past. And again, we have a big stake in helping Europe manage through these things, and we're going to do it in a way that's sensible for the American economy, the American taxpayer.
So you basically are pretty, despite the terrible crisis over there, you are pretty confident that both the Europeans are going to work their way out of it, and any effects on America will be de minimis.
Look, I think it's very natural that people want to see what Europe does, how they act on this very important program, and they're going to act. And by acting, they'll have the chance to earn people's confidence over time. They have the ability to manage through this. What's important, I think, to point out is that, you know, our economy is getting stronger. We're coming out of this more quickly and stronger than many people expected, ahead of many parts of the world. We're seeing a lot of strength, improvement, and confidence, and of course we're going to keep working to make sure that we can sustain that, but I think we can take a lot of comfort and encouragement from the signs of strength we're seeing here in the United States.